In this series, I'm going to help you master the Bezier tool. Hey guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Hi, I'm Charles Vicious. I believe you've been fine and your day is going very well. Alright, so in this series, I'm going to help you master the Bezier tool. It's going to be a 4-part series, and I believe at the end of this series, the Bezier tool will be simplified and it's going to become something you will love to work with. Alright, without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so right now we're going to move to our Bezier tool. It's right here. So here's our Bezier tool. We have a Bezier tool here. Alright, so when you click on the Bezier tool, you're going to have this interface. So we're going to do a quick study of this interface. This is why it's going to be broken into 4 parts. This is going to be an introductory class to the Bezier tool. Now let's begin from the top side here. So let's start with sorry about that. Let's start with this icon here. That's the zoom icon. Now when you click on the zoom icon, something happens. You literally can zoom in and you can zoom out. You will need this so much while you are working with the Bezier tool. You will need this, so you must learn how to master this. It's something very simple. You just have to put both ends on your phone and zoom in and zoom out. So that's that about the zoom button. So when you want to turn it on, you click it, it turns on. You turn it on, then you have this, you zoom in. Then when you click it again, you really can't do anything again until you click it again. So when you click it again, it literally goes back. Then you click it again, then you're done. So that's that about the zoom tool. And then the next tool we have here is the grid line. That's the grid radar. So when you click on the grid, you have this table right in front of you, and I know many of you are familiar with this, but I'm going to show you something different you don't know about the grid line. Now as you can see here, when you click on the grid line, you're going to have this pop-up. You have this pop-up here. Now you have something that looks like a net, and that's this. Now when you click on this, you're going to have a number of lists again, ranging from something that looks like a rotation, all of this. Now you have something like a plus, then another plus, then something like multiplication, then arrow in and arrow out, then the rotation key. And now when you click on, let's begin from the right hand side. Then when you click on this, it's going to bring a table again, number of horizontal guides, number of vertical guides. You are going to need this a lot while working, while using the Bezier tool. So for instance, if I type in 10 as 10 horizontal guides and 10 vertical guides, you're going to see a change in the number of guides that we have on our design or on our background, as you can see this. So you will need this while you are making designs. When you are making use of your Bezier tool, probably you are making a sketch and you will need a ruler, you will need a guide, because you don't want to make mistakes. You don't want to assume your line is straight already when it is not. You don't want to assume the curve is fine when it is not. So this is why you need this. And simply by clicking on this, you are going to the position. You can increase the position. So for instance, if I click on this, as you can see, it takes it to the extreme. Now let's take it back. If you bring it down again, you are going to have it here. So this is what this does. But then you can simply click on this. That's something like the thumb beneath the line, the guide, and simply drag it back, as you can see. So that's what that does. Then the next to it is it automatically eliminates those guides, while the next one, as you can see, this is the horizontal guide. It adds horizontal guides, as you can see. Let's begin from here. It automatically adds to the layer, while this here works with the vertical. It automatically adds to it. Then we have the last one here. This is the U, and if you look very carefully, you see it's not actually U. It's something like a magnet. All right, so quickly, let's just do something again. Let's say 30. Now you have a number of them here. So when you click on this magnet and you turn off this, you literally can, I know you are seeing this for the first time, some persons are seeing this for the first time. All right, as you can see, this is really great when you're making designs when you are making use of your Bezier tool, ensure you work with this. You don't want to when you work with this, it automatically helps you adjust whatever you are doing by using the grid lines. So it automatically adjusts this with the grid lines. Don't worry, as we go on, you're going to understand all of these basic things in the Bezier tool. Alright, so quickly I'm going to explain so that's that about that interface. So quickly, let's just turn that off. So let's go back to the Bezier tool. Alright, so now let's explain what we have down here. Yes, all of the things we have down here. Alright, so as you can see, let's go back again. So when you turn on your Bezier tool, you are going to have this line here with 2 points. Now when you have this plus, then you have this arrow to the left, then you have one, then you have this this is clipboard, or let's just use the better word, copy. It helps you to copy what you have. Then this next arrow to the left, then minus. So quickly, let's work with the plus icon. What this does is to add to the layer you have already. Now the next one to it helps you to move backwards. Now as you can see, the number is changing. So when we click on this one, when you click on this, it automatically goes to the first. Then when you go back again, when you click on this again, this arrow and this, so when you click on this it goes to the first. Then when you come back, it goes to the last one as well. Then what this does is to copy. Alright, for instance, it's going to copy. Now the difference between this and this is that this copies the present layer you have, but then this plus icon adds new layer. Did you get that? Then what this does is to eliminate, it removes. So that's that about this first tools that we have here. So that has been explained. Now let's get to the real deal. So this is the Bezier mode. As you can see, you have the point, then a plus icon on it. So when you have, what this helps you to do is to help you add new lines. As you can see, new lines to your present line, to the lines you have. This is where people get it twisted. When you have it on this, when you are operating with this, you literally can add new lines. This is a Bezier mode. Then you see actions. These are things this present mode can do. So now if you, okay, I think let's not get into that, but this is the first mode. It helps you to add lines. Now this second mode, what that does, do you see the difference? As you can see, when we take it to this second mode, that's this, a stick or something like let's just say a stick or something like, a stick literally pops out of from that line, as you can see. So when you click on any of those lines, you find that they now have something like handles. Let's use handle. I think handle is better than stick now. Alright, so you see this handle now. As you can see, it now has this handle. You can move them automatically. Now remember, when we were on this, we literally could not move any of these points, but at the distance we got here, we could move them. So the difference between this is this helps you to add new lines, but then this helps you to work with the lines you have on ground. Note this, when you want to work with the lines you have on ground. Alright, let's go back, let's start again. Alright, now that I have the Bezier tool, let's say for instance I want to add another line to this. Now I have this and I have this, but now I want to work with the lines I have on ground already. So I'm just going to come to this second layout and click on any of these points, take it to the third point, make something like this. As you can see, so this is what this does. This is where the you get to control. You can elongate it, you can shrink it, you can move it to the right, you can make it to the left. And when you do this, it also affects your line. You can move those points literally, you can move those handles as well from here. from here. So it's that simple. So then the next mode that we have here is the let's just name it the move. It helps you to move, literally move all of those lines at the same time. All right, so let's take it back to the first mode. As you can see, something changes when we change the mode. When we change the mode from moving it to adding lines, then you see this literally changes as well. So now let's take it back. Okay. All right, so when you click on this, you find out that you have, I think, about 5 actions here. These are things you can do. These are the things you can do in this mode. Now in this mode, you see the line, the dot with something like cancel on it, like it's been cancelled. When you do that, what actually happens is you remove those lines. As you can see, we just removed it to 1. Then you literally can add another one. Since you are on the point and it has plus on it, you really can add new lines. Then when you come back to this again, as you can see, you can eliminate this time around. Now when you have this number of lines, when you click on the second action, that's this, what that does is to complete it for you. It literally completes the whole thing. And if you don't use this, for instance, let's cancel this again, let's open it. If you don't use this, let's say I just made something like this, I won't be able to use fill. No, all I have here is just the stroke weight and the opacity. And once I complete it now, you find that the fill is there. I can now fill it with colors. Can you see that? But now when I disjoint it, automatically the fill icon will disappear. But when I join it, then I can fill it with colors. This is why you have to ensure, before you complete while you are using your Bezier points, you must ensure you complete it with this. I think with this. You must ensure you complete it with this. I hope you are getting. So this is going to be the first part of this class. I think we're almost done. I don't want the video to be very, very long. Okay, so this is the first part, and this is okay. We're on the second mode here. So this is about that. So when you click on this, you automatically, complete the whichever line you've been creating. I hope you get that. Then with the next icon that we have here, what that does is to break. It disjoins the lines. Now then the next one we have here, that's this. What this does is to help you work on the size. You want to increase the size, you want to reduce the size. So that's very, very simple. While the next one helps you fit. So that's that about that. Let's go back. So now I think that's all about the action. Then when we get to the second action, as you can see, the same thing. They do the same thing. Second action, this helps you as well to complete this joins it. One more tool I did not explain. As you can see, there is a new new icon that we have here. Now what this does is to add new lines to the present. All right, so as you can see, what this does is to add new lines to your present line. Let's go back again. Did you see that? So for instance, you want to add a new point to your present line, you just click on this. So what this does is to add new lines. Then we said this disjoins the whole loop. Did you get that? And this helps you to increase the size and reduce it. And that's that about that. So let's just go on. So this is the stroke width. Now if we complete our loop, we are going to have a fill. You literally can fill it with whichever color you want. You can continue to fill it, and then from here, even with gradient, you can fill it with gradient. You can do all of this. Then you have the stroke width. Let's say for instance we do not want to fill it, so the stroke width, we can increase it to the highest, and we can also work with, okay, for instance, let me break this so we can, okay, so let's go again. Let's assume we have just this. So once we increase the stroke, as you can see, the extremes is changing here. You just watch. As you can see, then we have a curve extreme there, and we have a flat extreme, and we have a flat extreme that is outside. Then the opacity here, we can use the opacity. Then we can change the stroke color. So this is all about the Bezier tool. I believe this video has been fast, so you just stay tuned and wait for the part 2. We are going to talk about the application of the Bezier tool. We are going to use the Bezier tool to create a logo, or to just sketch out something. So just stay tuned.